Let's just focus on this match again. Because I need to read your message. There's too much numbers and shit, and I'm also focusing on the game, so definitely want to read it. It seems interesting. Okay, I'm getting my ass whooped. Oh no, he got a game. Yeah, so our country complete works differently in here than for $20 stuff still makes me a little better. Because there's a lot of what you call... Yeah. Okay, the dude quit. The dude got the win and quit. I guess, or maybe I took too long. Yeah. Anyway, like... I was like poor, but I was like... couldn't afford like too expensive shit. Like all the consoles we had were second hand and stuff like that. But now I have money so I can get this shit. I don't think this is like this Shure SM58. It's not the most like, insanely expensive. Fun and found. I think I'm gonna pause matchmaking because I don't think I'm gonna like maybe quit for today, but I'm just gonna because the conversation is kind of interesting. So I'm just gonna Google real quick. Sure, SM58. Okay, yeah, it's not that cheap. Yeah, it's 109 euros. Yeah. So, you know, the money, the money that I sent you, like you could get this with that, but obviously it's not very cheap for your price levels. Although I don't know, like if you were to look at that like some Indian website, would it be like more cheap or something? Because sometimes like shit has regional pricing where it's like a lot cheaper in country where the price levels are lower. At least with games, I know that because I have like this Ukrainian friend, and he always talks about that like he can get some games on Steam for much cheaper because he has like the regional pricing. So I'm just gonna like Shure SM58. Just gonna dump that. That's the model of this microphone, and as you can hear, it's a decent microphone. And then I have a audio interface. Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Both of those are not cheap, but that's just like what my like sound setup is like. I have these headphones. These are like I guess I put Audio Technica. What is it? ATH AM50. X. Yeah, so these are like not cheap shit, but I haven't like, you know, I didn't like one day just go to the store and buy absolutely everything of every one of these. But I also am aware that my income level is quite high also, but Also, I like this Focusrite, for example. I got it as a gift, actually, for my ex, which my ex like yesterday messaged me and stuff, and like just kind of brought up the old wounds, cause like, yeah. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, so dynamic microphones like this, and then there's like even more expensive, the Shure, the SM7 or something. That's like the podcaster microphone and stuff, and you will often see it. Like dynamic microphones are basically condenser microphones. They work that they have like this condenser or something like that that picks up the sound. Those are really sensitive to sounds around. So like if you want to sort of capture a lot of things in the room, and you want to also capture like crisp sound, and you can somehow silence the room as good as you can. If you have like good audio isolation, or what is it, soundproofing and acoustic panels and stuff, so that the acoustics of the rooms are good, then condenser microphones are really good because they're like really crispy. But the issue is like they are really good at picking up sounds from all around. So if you have a noisy environment, it's gonna pick up everything. And we actually ran into this problem that my ex and me both had condenser microphones, and then we were on a Discord call, and we were kind of living together, and like we were on the opposite sides of the room, but that was close enough for the condenser microphones that we both heard each other through each other's Discords. That was really annoying. Dynamic microphones, I think they work with like a magnet there. They pick up sound much more directly. So if I like speak to the side here, you can immediately hear that like I'm much quieter. I assume you can hear that I'm much quieter when I speak to the side here, like. So it's like much more directed, and usually like you need to amplify it more. Oh, condenser microphones also like need this phantom power quite often, whereas dynamic microphones don't. But yeah, dynamic microphones are then much more better at like picking up more directed sounds. So that's why like you can see this kind of a I can't get it off, but it's like, okay, well, here's it. There we make them. It is like, this is like the microphone you think about if you think about like performance on a stage. And I've heard the build quality is such that you can use this as a hammer and hammer nails, and it will be fine. Anyway, I kinda lost the plot. I also have like this table-mounted microphone stand. That's very handy. Yeah, I know it sounds awesome, but it, like you can see it's much more directed. Also, I gotta say that I have amplified from the like OBS. I put a gain filter on it. So if I like were to turn that down, actually at one point in my stream, because I had the noise gate quite sort of not sensitive, I noticed like in my first streams, well, it's not my first streams, it's my first streams in this attempt of streaming. I like talked to the side, and then the noise gate didn't activate then. And now I have it like that the noise gate is pretty like it's pretty lenient, it picks up lots of sounds. Anyway, oh, this is a pop filter. So this microphone also has a pop filter, but it's notoriously like bad. But you can see it like these pop filters with other types of microphones too. So it's like for pops or plosives. So like for example, especially like in English, the P sound has this breath to it. So when you like talk directly to the and you say P, like power, you can kind of hear it maybe. I assume maybe like you can hear it do this pop when I do my plosives to the microphone, like pop 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 pop. I at least can see the microphone peaking. So when I put this on and I do the plosive like pop 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 pop, it like the airflow doesn't hit it as badly, or it lets the sound go through, but the breath of air that comes from with the P, you know, it stops it. But you got it. Yeah, I think I'm like for the stream and like gaming, I'm done. But I do have like a lot of knowledge about random shit, so if you have like more questions or something, like I can definitely still answer a couple at least. Yeah, the singers too. Because like when you're trying to capture a singing performance, like you don't want the plosives to like, well, pop the microphone. It just sounds bad with the game. Yeah. I'm not gonna code. Yeah, I noticed that I like talk quite a lot, except when I was playing Guilty Gear. I think it's like when I have somebody in the chat, it's so much easier to just start babbling on and like having discussions. When there's like nobody chatting in the chat, it definitely becomes much harder. And it's kind of a skill that you kind of need to develop for streaming, I assume. But at least like the gameplay is fun to watch. Although I didn't get too many viewers today, but I guess at least I got like Siobhan and you to watch. It is awesome. And like in this case, like quite often it has been like for example, I have like that. How many streams have I done? 3 or something like that before this. You know, I got Siobhan to be my audience, and then like before, because I like some years ago, I have like a YouTube channel where I dumped the VODs. I have done like some streams because there was like in university, in the student group, the student organization, we had this like streaming event where just people, we kind of like had this Excel sheet where people, or a Google sheet where you put the times that you want to stream, and then people would just join. Oh, it's Siobhan. Hello. Oh, you have your DBD on already. Cool. So, what was I saying? Yeah. We had like a streaming event on our universities, or like our student organization. So people would put times on an Excel sheet of like when do they want to stream, and then others would just join them, and then we would yeah, I have the YouTube channel. I can link it. Hold on. It has a lot of old stuff. I also have a video. That's actually funny thing. Okay, so I click these videos. Okay. Oh. I've also tried to, at one point, I think nowadays it's kind of gated to having a certain amount of subscribers, but at one point YouTube streaming was much more open. So I've actually live streamed to YouTube. That wasn't successful at all in that like nobody came to watch, but I've always been just kind of trying out the tech and stuff like that. That's something that gets my brain going. Yeah, that's my the username is like a really old username. I came up like way in the beginning. Like I think YouTube was like just made, and I joined them back then. I also kind of when it asked for an age, at first I wasn't able to sort of register. I don't know what was going on. Maybe I didn't. Maybe the username was taken or something like that. So I assumed that it was just the age that was like blocking me. Yeah. Yeah. I assumed that age was blocking me, so I actually like lied about my age in the account. Also, I was like a big fan of Mega Man. I still am. I could like play Mega Man on stream or something like that. I was a big fan of Mega Man, so I named myself a Mega Man Freak. And then I guess Mega Man Freak was taken, so I was like Mega Man 1 Freak. And it's still a username in some other services, but I don't like actively. Voxwave is a username I come up with later, and it's also involved in Mega Man, because there was this game called Mega Man Star Force, also known as Ryusei no Rockman, or Ryusei no Rokkuman in Japanese. I have a horrible accent, as every foreigner has in Japanese. But that game is fun, and in that game, like all the enemies have this. In all Mega Mans, the enemies have like a certain pattern that they're named. So in the original games, there's just like something man. Like there's a frost man, there's an ice man, there's a fire man, there's a heat man, there's a metal man. Those are like all from the original games. Yeah. Yeah. I like made those. I made as like a kid. So I've been like riding the seat of technology at one point, although I wasn't like very good. But I actually have. I think I was explaining something else, but maybe I'll go just to explain. Like if you go way back into the like oldest videos, one of them, yeah, it's my oldest video at least, or the oldest uploaded. It has 43,000 views, because the YouTube algorithm was much different back then. So like a random video where I just like slapped a bunch of Mega Man Battle Network commercials together and put the Mega Man Battle Network 6's music on it, that was able to achieve like 42,000 views, or 43,000 views, which is kind of insane. Like none of my other videos have reached that. Not that my other videos are like that much better or anything, but right now I'm just like kind of. Yeah, I really like, because I mean, in some sense, it was like wacky and gameable. Because I think like video like mine, 43,000 views. It's kind of insane for the video of that quality. And I bet like somebody could, in that algorithm, could find a way to like exploit it. Yeah. Yeah, there's like people started scamming, so that's why they like changed it. And then there's also that back then the monetization model of YouTube wasn't commercials, ads. Hello, Pat Chiva. Yes, I also hope you are having a good day. We're kind of just like chilling and talking. I'm actually like soon about to end my stream, and I'm gonna raid Siobhan, because it seems like Siobhan has the stream ready, right? But I got stuck into just babbling about like reminiscing about old shit. What was I saying? Yeah, give me a follow if you want to. I'm maybe not that serious about this, but you could give a follow for Siobhan once we raid. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, the algorithm changed, but then the other is like beginning YouTube only allowed 15-minute videos. If you wanted to upload larger than 15-minute videos, you had to like pay for like this YouTube premium or something like that. And then and that was like how YouTube was monetized back then. Also, people didn't have access to like AdSense or anything like that. Well, AdSense didn't really exist on YouTube. But I think later on, when like Google acquired YouTube, then they started like putting ads and stuff like that. Or maybe YouTube had ads back then too. I don't remember. But definitely when Google did that, they started putting ads and stuff like that. And that's when they also kind of started to shift with the algorithms, because to make money with ads, you kind of have to prioritize videos differently. So that's why like watch times and stuff like that, and like also like retention and staying on the website, those are the stuff that you want to optimize. Because if you have a bunch of videos that make people, yeah, okay, what did the community do then? If you like, you were doing good, but the community was shit. Was it like, oh shit, was it like that one chatter that just appeared and like started saying like profanities to you? Was it shit like that, or like somehow toxic otherwise or something? But yeah, they're like, if you want to get a lot of money by showing ads, like on a Google site, Google wants to obviously like show as much ads as it can, because they get money from each showing of those videos. So then you want to make your algorithm favor videos where people stay on the website for as long as possible. Because if they stay on the website, you can serve more ads. And these type of like financial pressures have formed the current algorithm. I don't know what the current algorithm favors. There's always algorithm metas and stuff like that. But in some sense, it's kind of not as fun as it used to be, because I think like the early day YouTube was a lot more fun. Okay, so you just didn't like the community. Fair enough. Anyway, I did streaming. I think I'm gonna stop because I ran out of energy for any game. Slash raid Siobhan. I'm pretty sure Siobhan had like a stream up. Gaming. Was it Siobhan's gaming? Then like I end